So here we are with the Moonraker Minor II Plus, which is the 2020 version. And if you watched the tune-up on this, we discovered that the RF gain, like the previous version, only works in AM, that there's still a whine on receive with a good signal from the internal CPU generated noise, and it doesn't select... Tango 21 Mr. Chippy, okay, loud and clear. And it doesn't allow us to select... Yeah, so that's loud and clear, Mr. C, over.
Yeah, roger that. Right, I'm just about coming up to the end of the lane, over.
Roger on that. So, as it is since 2014 in the UK, we're supposed to be allowed to have AM and FM, and indeed SSB, on the 40 channels of the EU set of frequencies. So that means that if I tell the radio that we're in the UK, I would expect it to set up 40 channels of FM and AM on the CPT set of channels, but in this radio it doesn't. And you kind of have to swindle it by putting it into EI mode, which is not what we should be doing. We're going to be testing AM on the way back. So at the moment we're on the UK set of FM channels, which are always FM. That's the old 2781 channels, which are unique to the UK. And then we're on the way back, he's going to test it with AM. Yeah, roger on that, Mr. C. In actual fact, the CPU whine on this one, on this later version, is actually worse than the previous version. With a good signal, it enables me to hear that CPU noise. So it is frustrating. Is transmit okay to you, over?
I'd say the transmit audio quality is about the same as the last the Moonraker Minor. It's not great, but you know, it's okay.
Yeah, and we'll be putting a bit of a video together at the end as a test with our base station.
Roger that. Square wheeled at Ancaster Crossroads now, yeah?
Roger, got you at Ancaster Crossroads. I'll switch this radio to auto squelch, which is actually preset.
Oh, it's the top of the hill as we go down into Wilson now, over.
Roger, got you loud and clear at the top of the hill.
Tango 21 Mississippi is going round Scratchy Corner at Wilson, over.
Roger, I've got you loud and clear going round Scratchy Corner, and this version does a full 4 watts, so you shouldn't have any problem receiving me, unlike the predecessor, which we only managed to coax 3.5 watts out of.
Yeah, all good. About S7 as a look at the meter, I would say.
Okay, roger on that.
Right, going over Wilson level crossing.
Roger, got you going over Wilsford level crossing. Roger, I've got you going over the the turn for Kelby. I couldn't get that right, over. Roger on that, I've got you passing the turn for Greyleys. There were certainly no issues with this either on transmit or receive. It's just simply the CPU noise and the fact it doesn't switch to AM when it's in the UK CPT mode. So yeah, that's good. Yeah, no problem at all, it's excellent. Okay, roger on that. Got you at Rossby level crossing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just put the camera to the base station, and while I do that, if you'd like to reselect AM on your radio, and we'll be on channel 40 of CEPT, over.
Yeah, roger that.
2020 model on UK FM. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1.
Tango 21 calling Mr. Chippy. Do you receive, over? Hello there, right, so I've got you at Rawsby Level Crossing, over.
Yeah, it's a delay by some day. So I'm setting off now.
Okay, roger on that. So we've switched over. Roger, got you at the level crossing. So 6 miles away at Rawsby, we're now on CEPT AM mode, having put the radio into E1 or EI or whatever it is, which is really wrong because the radio, when set to EU, should be doing AM at 4 watts, but this radio is doing AM at 1 watt. So it tells me that the radio was actually made pre-1940. I start again. So it tells me the radio was actually made pre-2014 when the licensing rules changed. So Roger, got you at the Greyleys turnover.
Again, as with the other, the transmitted audio sounds better on AM.
Yeah, it's funny that, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, well, we'll extract the audio off that video, won't we, and let the viewers see that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, hopefully we can do that. He's taking a camcorder into the car with him. We're going to get a dedicated one in due course.
Right, we can pass the Kelby turnover.
Roger, got you at the Kelby turnover.
Right, just going over Wilsford Level Crossing.
That's loud and clear at Wilsford Level Crossing.
Tango 21 message should be just going round Scratchy Corner, Wilsford over.
Well, I have to admit that Scratchy Corner is always better AM than it is FM. After all these years of doing tests.
Yep, sounds good. Right, just going over the top of the hill.
Yes, that's absolutely excellent, yeah. Loud and clear.
Roger. I'm just going through Lancaster Crossroads.
Okay, if you give me a final call at the petrol station, and we'll call it a day at that, because that's not what the test's about. And if you come into entrance number 2, I'll come out with the camcorder, and I'll just do an AM bit of video from your car over.
Yeah, roger that. Right, just passing Lancaster service station.
Okay, see you in a couple of minutes, and I'll be out with the camcorder.
Yeah, roger.
So there we have it. I'll just do that beat piece so the viewer can listen to how this is coming through on Mr. Chippy's Midland 78 Plus. But I mean, that works great. It's just disappointing that the RF gain control only works in AM, and that a radio which is supposed to be 2020 is acting as if it was made before 2014. and then we've got this CPU one, which is more pronounced on FM receive than AM. So I'll just go and meet him and do that little test with you.
Tango 21, testing the Moonraker Minor II Plus. This is the 2020 model, and we're testing the audio for transmitted quality on AM CPT channels. This is the 2020 model of the Moonraker Minor II Plus. Thank you for watching.